Welcome to my laboratory. This is the Institute of Free Energy. We've invented free energy about 50 billion years ago. It's called solar radiation hits the Earth and creates free energy. So, if anybody's trying to sell you on that they have the free energy secret, they're probably just ripping off that already long expired patent of the sun. So, if you look at this environment, we have free wave energy, which is basically lunar tides. Well, not just lunar, but planetary tide creation, which is basically you have a round thing called the Earth, and you have water. And basically, as other heavenly bodies move around the solar system, they pull on this water and they make waves. Now, these waves are also connected to wind, which is created by solar wind. People say solar and wind, but wind is really solar. So as there's hot and cold, or low and high pressure zones on the planet, it creates movement, or basically heat exchange, which we experience as wind. So right now the wind is basically blowing towards us, or towards my hair. So there's some free energy. We've also got photosynthesis, which is a free energy creation, or you could just say natural energy creation. The whole idea of free presupposes that things cost something, which they don't. Obviously this sand is free unto itself, it just is existing. So I could say, and maybe instead of free energy, this is a video on omnipresent energy systems that are already in your life all the time, that actually make you super stoked that you don't even know because you're stuck on your iPad. So since you're stuck on your iPad watching us, we're going to help you understand how the iPad is not really the whole thing that you have to worry about charging. You know, there's really cool things now. You can like stick in the ground, chug your iPad from the ground. I mean, look at that. I got to give props to that. That's pretty cool. They realize that there's basically electromagnetic potential, or there's electrons being exuded from the roots of this tree that can be exchanged with basically a little generator thing in a box, and you stick it in the ground and it sucks up electrons and charges your phone. But anyways, hopefully after this video you're just going to throw your phone away, because what you're going to realize is that breath, prana, is the most important energy you can probably engage with. You could be on your phone, but if you're on life support and then you die, your phone's battery could keep going, but you're dead. You got your battery here, and you're here, because your prana's gone, right? Well, your prana transformed. Anyways, that is a beautiful thing. And that's part of how the free or omnipresent energy system works, is that this leaf just fell from this tree somewhere. That's not this tree, and it's still somewhat alive. It's still got some pigmentation. It's still got, it's got some mold growing on the back. It's decomposing. It's fungally decomposing. But pretty soon it's going to be part of this, and it's just going to look like this again. Or maybe it's going to blow away. But the most important thing that you understand is that if you're present here on Earth and you're breathing, if you're making love, if you're playing poker, I don't know why you're watching this playing poker or making love. You really shouldn't do that. But if you are, or doing anything, making, I don't know, making a stew of, lima beans. Good on you, guy making the stew of lima beans while watching this. You really just got to drop in and be like, I'm already a free energy generator. I'm already an omnipresent energy transmitter. I'm already vibrating at the speed of light. I'm already like totally jazzed out beyond belief. There's been ancient civilizations that have built pyramids 10 times the size of your house that you're in right now, and they didn't have a solar panel. They didn't have a nuclear power plant. They just used the natural environment. So my question is, if people have lived for tens of thousands of years, or maybe way, way, way longer, without electricity, and they had tons of food, and they had cool outfits, they had feathers galore, they danced it up, they had vomitoriums in Greece, they had no electricity, they were so wealthy that they just vomited and ate and vomited and ate. Now, I don't know if that's a degree of like a highly civilized civilization we should model after, but that was present without electrical potential. They had a whole kingdom, they took over a huge area of land, they even enslaved people, and they didn't have electrical potential. So my question is, did those people exhibit physical strength or power or the ability to actually do things? Yes. Did they have electricity? No. Do you need electricity to do things? No. Do you need electricity to be happy? No. Do you need electricity to watch this video? Probably. Unless you're getting really cool and you're just astral projecting right here, you know, you're probably going to have to do that. But if you're not watching this video and you get all this stuff, you don't even need this video. So isn't this video just created to tell you don't need the thing that you think you need? Isn't life just created to tell you that you don't need the thing you think you need? Isn't the relationship you think you need not really the relationship you think you need? Isn't the car you think you need not really the thing you need? Isn't just being present, being present, being present, present? I'm not talking about Santa Claus. I'm not talking about Santa Claus present. I'm talking about you being aware that you're actually here, that there's already abundant, omnipresent atmospheric energy. There's wind, there's waves, there's sunlight, there's photosynthesis, there's things growing. There's sugars. Your body's enzymatically decomposing things right now you ate for breakfast, right? Where is the need for the free energy if everything already is free? I'm not going to downplay, okay, cool, we're going to create like a plasma drive engine. Cool, we're going to go to the moon. Okay, can you sit in your house and be happy right now? Not try to be happy, but just realize happiness is just actually awareness. It's not like a thing you put on your head and say, oh, I got the happy hat today I'm a happy cat. You know, no. It's just you go like, wow, everything really sucks, but wait a minute. Everything's always been this, you know, everything already is. So what, you know what I mean? You watch the news and you can go, wow, like, look, people are dying. You can be like, people have been dying for a long time. It appears that everything has been dying for a long time. It appears that billions of years have gone by of planets crashing into each other, of things metamorphosizing, volcanoes blowing up, the whole planet going extinct, basically. And you're tripping out about some guy on the news that just died. And if you expand, you can be like, wow, if everything's dying and being recreated, if Kali is the destructor and the mother, then why am I tripping out about the mother destroying to create more life? Why am I tripping out about my own life? It's not about wearing the happy hat. It's not about me making this, look, I invented this thing called bark, you know, that creates free energy or whatever. It's about you realizing that everything's been going on for a long time, you know. That's why we have on our website, we have a bunch of stuff about astrology, because it's like, everything's been going on a long time. You know, we're in big cycles here, right? Mayan civilization came and gone. Egyptian came and gone. Lots of civilization come and gone. How can we just be present to that we already have enough? If you have a cell phone, dang, you are one high-tech guy, and you probably do because you're watching this video. And we have a camera that's filming me right now. But these are cool things, but they're not the thing. The thing is inside of you. I'm not going to be able to give it to you. I can remind you to stop looking everywhere else. Or I can maybe say, hey, look, here's a mirror. You're already the thing. Right? You already breathe. You already create excrement, which actually like makes soil in a natural system. You're an animal. Right? You live in an environment that's already abundant. You probably have lots of friends that you don't hang out with enough. And you probably drive a car around in circles. Now, instead of tripping out that these are wrong or bad or good or whatever, just accept whatever your life is like right now in this exact moment, it is okay. And whatever it's like in 10 seconds is totally up to you. You could jump off a bridge. You could I'm going to become a flight attendant. You could be like, I'm going to go to Mars. I'm going to go call up the guy who invented PayPal and go to Mars. You know, you could choose whatever you want. You could have a taco. If I were you, I might have a taco because you won't be on Mars if you have a taco because they don't have them there yet. Anyways, this is supposed to be a talk on free energy, but the main thing is I'm saying everything already is free. Someone has to tell you that it's not, and you have a choice in that, right? We live in a very, very free time, and I implore you to get outside, to walk around, to breathe, to see how leaves fall from trees and make soil, to see animals living without cell phones, and to realize that electricity is not the only source of power. There's spiritual power, there's willpower, there's mental faculties, there's the ability to throw stuff around because you're really buff. you know? And one of those superpowers is actually letting go. So maybe after you watch this video, you could let go a bit more and just say, hey, what would it be like if I did half of the things that I do normally? Could I be as efficient? And being that efficient, could I actually consume less of the things that I know I'm actively mining from the planet to have all this lack of free time? Not to end on a depressing note. The depressing note would be, you know, the world's not infinite and, you know, worry about stuff. So don't worry about stuff. Peak oil, throw that out. You know, just be stoked. This is one of the most peaceful times on the whole planet ever. We're in this golden age. Everything's great. You know what I mean? We got Google employees making $250,000 a year and living in skyscrapers that cost $1 million for a room. What's better? Right? So go get a taco and check us out next week. We're going to talk about leafy greens and how cool they are.